Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening, or whatever time it is where you are. My name is Space, and this is my channel, Asparagus is Reading. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here for quite a while, hey, how you doing? It's been 4 months. So my last video uploaded was April 9th, I believe, and today is August 17th. And the last video I uploaded was my 40 book haul. I think all those videos are somewhat public now, so if you want to see those, they're public. I did hide them for a while because I kind of just didn't just want to disappear. There's quite a few that are private or unlisted right now just because looking back on them, I'm not really proud of them. I don't really care about them, etc. So yeah, long story short, I just need a break. I'll probably be uploading a lot more just because I have a lot more time in the next couple months. I'm not going to school for the fall semester. I'll be going to school in January for the spring semester. So yeah, and since I'm not really doing anything, I've been doing a lot of reading. So I was like, why not get back onto YouTube when I'm in a really good mood, having a lot of fun with my other bookish platforms, and talk about it. Yeah, today we're going to talk about my reading plans for August and September. It's August 17th, so why not just throw September in there? I probably sound like a broken record where I've been talking about how I really wanted to read and catch up on my book of the month books, my NetGalley books, my physical TBR, and read the Shadowhunter series. In those 4 months that I've been reading a ton, I have not done either of those. I have made progress in each, but I have not hit the goal that I wanted to, which is alright. I'm working on it. And so one of the things that I'm currently tackling is my physical TBR and book of the month for right now. Okay, so it's been like 2 hours, maybe even 3 since that last clip because I got distracted. So yeah, we're just gonna dive into my physical TBR for the next month and a half. Right, so the first book is 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard. And basically what happens is this couple, a pairing, two people. They met about 56 plus days ago before a giant quarantine happened in Ireland. It has a lot of Irish references in there, so I'm gonna say Ireland, maybe. I don't know anything about over there. I'm in the States. I don't know anything else. And it's jumping between different days and within those 56 days up until now to when one of them has been found dead. So one chapter will be today when the body has been found. The next chapter will be 56 days ago. The next chapter will be yesterday, and the next chapter will be 14 days ago. So it kind of told like that. So far, I am confused because I'll get really into one timeline and then it ends the chapter with the next timeline, and I'm like, I need more. So hopefully I can finish this week, but we'll see. Another book of the month pick that has to do with time is this one. One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, which is Casey McQuiston's second published book. And the third one comes out next year. I think it's I Kissed Shara Wheeler. It's gonna be green, and I like the color. So this one is about August and Jane. And I believe August ends up on a train, subway, something like that, kind of like how you see in New York, and meets Jane. I could have the names backwards. And meets Jane, who is stuck on the train with some kind of time traveling thing. Every time I read it and someone describes it to me, it's a different description, so I'm a little confused. When it comes to time travel, I feel like whether it's in movies or shows or books, the description of it, the explanation of it, isn't always the best. So hopefully I can read this and understand how things work. The book that I want to reread is Far From the Tree. I read this 3-4 times now. I think Goodreads only shows one of them because I didn't use Goodreads at the time of the other good rereads. But anyways, I just posted on Instagram and I was like, I kind of want to reread this again and maybe annotate this time because I really wanted to find a quote, but I couldn't find what page it was on, so I used a different one. And this book gets me every time. I think the last time I read it, I cried on my Instagram story, so who's ready for a sequel? Oh wait, I didn't explain what that book is. Okay, so this follows 3 people, Maya, Chloe, and Joaquin. And Maya is She's a teen mom. Let's just do that. I don't want to do the whole timeline thing because I feel like that might be confusing. So she's a teen mom. But most of the book follows after she gives birth and gives up her baby for adoption. And she really struggles with that choice because she was also given up for adoption when she was younger, and she wants to meet her family and see how they're doing and see why her mom made the same decision as she did. And so she finds out that she has two siblings, Chloe. I've been saying Chloe this whole time. It's Grace, Maya, and Joaquin. So she meets Maya, who is adopted not too far from her. So basically, these three siblings meet and build their relationships together while also trying to figure out their own individual family lives and looking into their previous family with like their mother before they were adopted or in the foster system. Another book subscription book is These Violent Delights, which I got from Owl Crate. I remember that they had posted on Instagram and it was like, oh, we have a few more boxes left, and I was like, how? One of the most anticipated fantasies and you have boxes left? Let me get on there. So I bought it. It was an arm and a leg, I'm gonna be honest, but I got it. I was going to kind of advertise and promote Owl Crate or just suggest that you check them out here and there for something. Owl Crate has recently announced that they're going to continue using Harry Potter items and etc. in their boxes. And the way that it was handled, I'm not a big fan of. Basically, they posted this long essay about how Harry Potter is such a big, important story, and it's nostalgic, and I don't know, some essay about this Harry Potter. And then the second post was like sort of an apology, or at least addressing the criticism and comments that they were receiving after the initial post. And since then, as far as I know, since then they've been pretty quiet about it. And I'm like, I thought we all agreed that we don't associate with HP or Miss JKR. Would be Miss. And people felt like what they said was kind of like a slap in the face, middle finger, a backhanded compliment. Also, they felt that it was kind of ridiculous that they would say that around the same time that they are now, I think, their first box with a trans author and story. And it was just, first of all, the whole post disgusting, the decision disgusting, the timing of it disgusting. So we don't associate with her. Again, didn't describe the books. This follows two gangs in China, the Scarlet Gang and the White Lotuses. Miss Chloe Gong hikes this up so much on TikTok, and I was like, one day I will get there, I promise. And it's so thick. Like, you're gonna try to ruin me? She was talking about the ending cliffhanger, and everyone in the comments is so upset about it, and I'm like, I am scared, so I'm gonna have to wait till the sequel comes out. Okay, next. The Song of Wraith and Ruin. I started this months ago, maybe even a year ago. Didn't continue with it because I wasn't really in the fantasy mood. Got back into fantasy, didn't pick it up, got out of the fantasy mood. Sort of in a fantasy mood now, as you can see I'm procrastinating reading it. So this is about the princess of some kingdom that needs to do something to bring her mother back after they're killed by assassin. And this guy whose sister has been kidnapped by a vengeful spirit, and the two of them meet at a trial game. I think one of them is hunting the other to get what they need to do the thing. And I was like, love to see it. Gear Breakers. Don't know what this is about. I just know that I've seen the TikToks about it, and the author is friends with Chloe Gong, and I was like, period, add to my cart. So this is supposed to be like a sci-fi book, sapphic. Reminds me a lot of Transformers, Pacific Rim vibes. This, Samurai Warrior vibes. She has a whole animal glove on. Don't know how that plays into the story, but I want to read it, so we will get there eventually. Black Widow Forever Read by Margaret Stohl. This is a book that I've had for years and intended to read because I wanted to know about Black Widow. I feel like the current MCU, at the time when I got the book, didn't have a whole lot of story or history on Black Widow. And then I found out there was gonna be a Black Widow movie, and I was like, okay, let's read it before then. Then the movie release date kept getting pushed back, so I was like, I'm gonna push this back. Then the movie came out. As you can see, I still haven't read it. I watched the movie. As you can see, I still haven't read it. I don't know what this is about other than Natasha Romanoff being an assassin. So there's that. It has a lot of like these and oops, I just passed one. Things like this. You can see on that it has like the shield picture, a couple pages of comics. There was another one in here. I flipped past it and I can't find it, but it's not interesting enough for me to procrastinate it. Because I was in a nostalgic mood and have been doing a lot of rewatching of old movies and TV shows and cartoons that I used to watch when I was younger, I wanted to read Jurassic Park. I've been watching all the Jurassic Park movies. I've been playing the Jurassic World Evolution game. So I have this book. I got it from Thrift Books, so it's she a little beat up. She a little beat up. Just a little beat up. Yeah, I just really wanted to read it and find out if I liked the book better, and if I really wanted to read it. Then I found there was a bunch of books, and I was like, and here we are days later. Well, months later, so I don't know. I think I'll read it eventually. I'll probably read it and then watch the movie, compare. Okay, so last book. Chain of Gold and Chain of Iron, but I'm not bringing her down because I'm too lazy, and if you don't already know, my Chain of Iron copy is destroyed, so. Just from Books That's Bedtime, I leave the links down below. You should totally subscribe and watch. You should. That is better content and more consistent than I have been. And I have decided to do a buddy read of this months ago, and neither of us actually started reading it. I think both of us were in a fantasy slump at the beginning of that decision, and we both realized like this probably wasn't the best idea at the time, so we decided to wait. Another month goes by, another month goes by. We keep making jokes about it, like when we post on Instagram, we'll be like, don't forget to read Chain of Gold, or when we post our TBRs, hey, don't forget Chain of Gold, and then neither of us actually reads it, so. I would like to read it, I want to get caught up, but I want to know what happens, because this follows Dark Artifices, which Infernal Devices, which is my favorite so far of the whole Shadowhunters universe. But my interest in Shadowhunters is dwindling, and because Sandra keeps making them bigger and bigger, and I just don't feel like going through 700-800 pages of having my heart ripped out to read another 1,000 pages to have my heart ripped out again, then have to wait a year. It's a whole thing. I don't know what happens in this. All I know is that these are the kids, maybe grandchildren of the Infernal Devices series. All I know is that every time people talk about this book, they're crying or they're upset. So I think I need to mentally prepare myself. So I'm thinking for September, maybe make this and Chain of Iron my like main thing. Give each like a week to read. Maybe a week and a half for each, and then whatever else I read is going to be like Libby or Neck Alley books, but we'll see. So that is all of my physical books for my August and September TBR. A little bit ambitious for me right now, but we'll see what happens. I hope and anticipate to read at least half of this stack, and if I do, I'll be very happy with myself. So, oh no. I was gonna say I'll see you in the next video, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna keep uploading after this. I might be a little inconsistent, so I'll see you in the comments, Instagram or TikTok. And if I do post a new video, I'll see you then. And pray for me on this TBR, because this is a whole lot of emotions just waiting to happen. It's gonna be a journey. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around for those 4 or 5 months that I've been gone. If you happen. And if you have subscribed recently, thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope to see you soon or chat soon. Whew, my arm is starting to hurt. Alright, bye.